11, well, not quite. It's 11:10 actually. It will be 11:11 in one moment. It is November 25th, 2024. We are just speeding through November. It's actually kind of cool. Kind of cool. 11:11. Just wait for a moment. This is going to be a pick a card reading, or pick a gem, in fact. So I have 3 gems that I have set up, and these 3 gems are, I'm going to give you them in order. This beautiful blue howlite. Okay. This beautiful carnelian. And this little pyrite, beautiful little pyrite. That's all 3 of them. Okay. So today I decided, rather than have any cards pulled out, that I was going to do the reading live on the air for each of these 3 crystals. So you're going to tune into which crystal aligns with you. And for those of you that are live watching, you're going to just get to either pick, you get to listen to the whole thing, but you get the opportunity to pick your crystal as well, and then get to hear the rest of the readings and see what aligns with you in that nature. So I have a bunch of different cards lying out here for the readings, a bunch of different decks. And I'll also be adding some tarot in. So I have a bunch of different oracle decks that I'm going to be pulling from for different reasons. So for instance, getting some clarity or some information from your cosmic mother, from the divine feminine energy, like what you need to know in regards to your life right now. And this is for the blue crystal. So the blue crystal, the message from Mother is Whispers of Mother Earth. Okay, so Whispers of Mother Earth, it's creativity, ideas, inspiration, being an artist or a writer, and a channel. So the blue howlite, so for those of you that picked that particular crystal, you are very creative. You're possibly a light worker, or at least somebody who is writing, whether that is content or actual books. You could be a painter, or you could be an artist in music, things like that. So the blue howlite is the first crystal that you can choose from. We also have the red carnelian, and we have, ooh, caught it. We have the fluorite. Okay, so those are the ones, whichever crystal most aligns with you, that's the one that you're going to pick. For the blue howlite, we're starting with some guidance from the Divine Mother, and this is Whispers of Mother Earth. So just saying how this is for creativity, ideas, inspiration. This is an artist, a writer, and a channel. So this could align with you if you feel like that really represents who you are. Now, to see where you are getting information from your higher self, or and say hi. I don't know if good morning. Good morning. Let's see what we have as a message from the light. Okay. Lemurian seed codes. This is beautiful. This is about embracing your sensitivity. So you're going to be connecting more with your gifts, the people that are in this space, and maybe you're going to be channeling messages easier, or you're going to be opening up your clairaudience, or your clairvoyance, or even just beginning to trust more. I feel like you guys are doing the work, and you're actually sitting with yourself, you're sitting with your body, you're starting to feel out in and sense into your environment, as opposed to relying on just the typical 5 senses of what you can touch, taste, smell, hear, or see. The interesting thing, and for me, lately I've been having my Claire Gustins and the taste one, but I can never remember what that's called right off the top of my head. But for my heightened smell and taste, so I can pick up smells and tastes of other people. So say you were eating chocolate, I might suddenly get the taste of chocolate or the smell of chocolate, which is really interesting. So you might be experiencing that as well. The part of this is just embracing your uniqueness. You're embracing who you are and the gifts that you have, and you're just like, okay. And acceptance is a big thing. My throat is and it's just living with grace, just being really present in the space that you are in, and being appreciative towards yourself, loving and kind towards yourself. How can you support yourself, right? So the Lemurian seed codes. So this person is a channel. What's the energy around this person? The power of purpose. So you're aligning with your purpose now. This is beautiful. Like you're opening up to your gifts more and more, as whether it's a channel or some creative expression, you're maybe getting lots of inspiration. And this is aligning with your purpose. This is showing you the power of purpose. When you know where you're, like when you know you're in alignment, right? Like I love doing the things that I do, and because I love doing them and that is in alignment with my purpose and in alignment with my gifts, then the power of all of that coming together is amazing. This is amazing. I can't say it enough. It's amazing. So let's see what the shaman energy is, right? So we've gotten the energy from the cosmic mother, the energy from light or from source. The actual energy currently is what this individual is experiencing. And now let's see what we're getting from the shamans. Right? What is the energy of this individual, or what do they need to know based on the shamans, or looking into dreamscape or into shadow realm? What is the shaman's message for the person? Surrender. And I think that this isn't about surrendering, it's about already having surrendered. That this person now, they've surrendered to that place of acceptance and trust. And when you are in a space of acceptance and trust, everything just unfolds for you. That beautiful alignment. It's such an amazing space that you're in, and the people that are in this or aligned with that particular blue howlite, which was the gem that you would have chose for this particular reading. All right, what is our wisdom from the Avalon? The swan. Once again, transformation. So we have two symbols of transformation, from this dragonfly to the swan. It's about transformation. You learned to surrender to the process. You are allowing that absolute trust. You know that you're divinely guided. Maybe that's the whole point of waking up to your gifts. The more that you wake up to your gifts, and the more that you can sense out there extrasensorily, right? It's not that science can't prove consciousness or can't prove those things because it's non-existent. It's that science can't prove them because they don't have the tools or instruments to detect within the range in which those things reside. So they have no way to detect it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. They're just not caught up to it yet. But you can see that with science. Like, it is an art, and as it goes forward, hello love, as it goes forward, that we learn more and more and more, or our tools of detection get more finite, right? And then we start to learn more things, and some of the things that we previously thought were true, we find out were false all along. So this is just beautiful. The swan is also talking about like that transformation and about trusting in your psychic gifts. Salam. Right? So this person here, you are opening up to more gifts. You're probably been receiving a lot of downloads lately. Maybe you've been feeling very heavy in the head or headachy, or even dealing with, some nausea or flu-like symptoms, but it's not a flu. It's not that at all. It's ascension energy is what you're experiencing. Alrighty, which other? I'm trying to think which other cards I want to pull for you guys. I pulled out a bunch. Let's check with the wisdom of the oracle. So what other wisdom is there for you to experience? And we're doing the readings live on the air today. I didn't pre-shuffle anything. Look at that. Go the distance. Go the distance, right? This person, you are going the distance. This is success. This is accomplishment. This is getting where you need to go. Finishing, you have your purpose. Your purpose is in alignment. You're pursuing it. You're surrendering to the outcome. You trust in the divine plan. You trust in the divine timing, and you're just allowing it to show up when it does. And knowing that you are going to get it across the finish line because you are persevering, right? But when you're in alignment, you don't have to even worry about any of that, right? You just let go and trust. All right, let's see what the wisdom of the Avalon. The camel boy. So remember to ask for help along the way. You don't have to do it solo. 33 is also a master number, and it's a beautiful number, speaking of expression and about connectivity. But I see that you have a message to share, and you are meant to share that message, and you are comfortable in doing so now. I see you taking those steps in just basically walking up the steps to your future, right? It's completely in alignment. So I decided, or was drawn to the Good Tarot today. So we're going to check in and see what other energies are coming up for this particular individual and what they need to know. And this is a timeless thing. This reading, anytime that you tune into this reading, it can be the right time, or it is the right time. There's no such thing as coincidence, right? It just, things coincide because their frequency is aligned. Okay. The Queen of Earth. The Queen of Earth is a beautiful energy. This is a abundant energy. This is self-aware. This is comfortable in who you are. You know your value. You appreciate yourself. It's beautiful energy. It's abundant. It's leadership. It's wealth, like real wealth, longevity. And again, the little butterfly. So more about that indication of that transformation. And with the white, it's such a peaceful energy. I see it as your spirit guides. You're connecting more to them, and maybe you're connecting more to nature. You're all right. What else do we have for these guys that picked the blue howlite? It's a beautiful crystal. I'll show you it again in a minute. The Four of Earth. So the Four of Earth is about foundations, but it can be about like a really peaceful or stable time. We have to be careful for some of us, and I don't feel like it's for this individual. With this individual, again, there's the moth. There's a transformation, right? It's constantly this talk about transformation. I feel you really connecting with the earth and grounding in, connecting with the divinity in other life that's out there, right? Well, in all the other entities that exist in that sense, like the entity that exists within your dog, or the entity that exists within the plants or the water, right? Hi, Byron. How are you, love? So this is the energy of grounding in and connecting and transforming. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to transmute things. We're here to transform, right? And we do that through our, itchy nose, guys, through our connection to love, to transmute whatever it is from pain into love. We have the Nine of Fire, but the Nine of Fire, and in these cards, there is no up-down. There's no inverted reading. So the Nine of Fire, she's about perseverance and about lighting the way. Like you literally see, she's the star that's lighting the way for other people. As you progress on your journey, you become an inspiration to other people, and you might not even realize the person that you're inspiring. You might not realize 1444, so all the fours on the time there. angelic, you know, your angels are nearby. You have no idea how you're going to help other people transform. Again, there's the butterflies, or the dragonflies, and they're actually this light that she's carrying of the star is transforming into those beautiful dragonflies that are taking off, right? You, by your light, are helping other people transform, is the message that that card is giving me for these individuals in card, or for the howlite, the blue howlite. The other two crystals are the carnelian, which is this one here, which I'll do next, this beautiful stone. And then the third reading is for the fluorite. So if you identify with these two crystals, stay tuned and I'll be doing your reading next. All right, what else do these individuals need to know? I mean, this is a very transformative. This is someone that is really in connection with their psychic gifts. They know their mission. They're stepping into it. They are on fire. They are moving forward. This is about collaboration, right? This is about connecting to other people and elevating others through elevating yourself. Just beautiful. Again, just the butterflies everywhere. Solid reading regarding transformation, and what you guys have transformed is incredible, right? You've transmuted a lot of pain, a lot of dis-ease, right? And that's what disease is it's that dis-ease within our system where we're not energetically in the space that we're supposed to be in. And look at emotional fulfillment, the 10 of water. This is a beautiful card to receive. This is that emotional fulfillment, that zen, abundant, joyful time, right? So this is what's coming for these individuals because they're completely on path. They're completely aligned with their divine plan. They've done the work. They've transmuted the energy. They've sat with themselves. They've surrendered. They've done all of those things, in transmuting and in growing and in evolving and stepping into their passion and their purpose. They know what they're meant. They know what they're here for. They're claiming their mission, right? And they're taking steps towards it. It's just absolutely beautiful reading for those that aligned with the blue howlite. Okay, so we're going to check in on the next reading. I just have to put all my cards back. I decided to do it live on the air. This way here, I'm going to put all the cards back in their respective piles, and we'll go through and do a reading for the other gem. I have to think where I put each of the decks. They're scattered all about, guys, let me tell you. That's a whole bunch of cards everywhere. And there. Okay, we've got them all back. We can start all over. So the second gem that maybe you aligned with is this beautiful carnelian. So we're just going to check in with everything and see what is coming up for those who picked that particular gem. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever this shows up for you, it is the right time. And if you want a reading that's at the time that you want it to be, you can always go to my website and sign up for a reading. I have half-hour and hour-long readings available, plus specific readings in Gene Keys and Human Design. All right, so we've got, for this guys in the red, codes of the seeds. Look at that. You're planted. Hello, love. Look how beautiful that is. So the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So it's almost like the people with the red gem, they could be beginning before moving into that stage. They're in the stage of the working still, right? Knowing that they're just preparing to take that next step. So they might have done the healing work, but haven't decided to step into their purpose. That kind of energy. Good morning, Simon. How are you? That's the energy that I'm getting from that particular that particular card. So what is it besides from this being representing the energy from the Divine Mother, and this deck is going to represent the energy from Source, or from light, is what I said. The light, what is your energy coming in from that space? Ooh, Seraphim's Gateway. All right, so that's the card that came out for. That's beautiful. Seraphim's voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. So it might have felt like a phase in which you were resting, but you were being activated. So the people that identified, which is perfect because carnelian is a stone that is known for passion and purpose and for desires, and it's very energetic, like it can give you a boost of energy to carry a piece of carnelian with you. So it's interesting that the people that chose that are getting the reading that's talking about activation. So you're being activated now is what the individuals in this reading. I had to think, which was the next order that I went in? So what is the energy? What is the energy that those that chose the carnelian are experiencing right now? And just remember, if you're here listening to all three, take what resonates with you. And yeah, if you jump in halfway through, you can always catch it when I post it back up afterwards and see what the other readings were and how they aligned with you, or at least what the blue howlite reading was like. Alrighty, how's everybody doing today? Because this is a live reading, so we can continue talking and hanging out, but all right, what are these guys? What is the energy for? We got earth magic. So again, this activation is connecting you. This is really cool. I want to hold on for putting a lot of energy into that card first. I want to see how it relates with the other cards that are coming out. There's something quite interesting about this group and the activation that you're receiving. So I'll tell you the cards in a minute. I'm just pulling them right now. I'm just going through the decks because this reading has me a bit captivated right now. And my guides are like, wait, but wait, but wait. Yeah, there's an activation that's coming in for this group. There's also a union that's coming in as well. There is, you are healing. And one of the things that is being transmuted right now is that self-sabotaging / poverty consciousness. So these individuals that are in this reading, they've been working through that sense of lack or that fear of not having enough. And they've stepped into this space where they're starting to get to that point of unconditionally loving themselves and doing that work. And they're now starting to connect with other people who are showing them that unconditional love being reflected back at them. And while they're stepping forward from this space, they're starting, like I said, to receive those activations, and those activations are connecting them, whether to, activating their voice. So they're going to start to potentially speak in light language, or just empowering them to speak their truth and align that truth so the spiritual and the physical is in alignment with these individuals, which is really, really cool to see that's showing up. So let's see what our tarot is saying for confirmation or for further direction for those that chose the carnelian. But you are being activated, and I feel like in my mind it's like the third eye and the voice, like between those two energy centers. But you're definitely connected to the divine more now. One of the things that I like to talk about when I'm discussing these things is how the trauma that we hold on to, all that energy that we store within ourselves that should have been let go of, because it's supposed to be energy in motion, not stored. So all of that energy that we're holding on to, it literally weighs us down. For some of us, it actually adds physical weight to our bodies, but it weighs you down. And in weighing you down, you're just not able to vibrate at the high, at that level. So a lot of times we're disconnected from our gifts, or from access to like our higher self and things like that, because we're just carrying so much energetic weight that we can't resonate at the frequency that we need to be able to hear, or to be able to access those gifts in that frequency, which is really cool to see that these guys are working through that. Okay. The Ace of Fire, there's new, this is new. So now you're going to be taking inspired action. Inspired action is coming in, and I mean, when it's powerful, that Ace of Wands, or Ace of Fire. We've also got the Page of Air. The Page of Air is that new curiosity. That is new energy, but at a different level, right? Like this is a level up into that newness. I'm rebirthed into a new curiosity, a new expansive mindset where life is, you know, there's so much to learn at this point. And your mind is, you know, it's like that Gemini energy, wanting to be the student. So there's something that is inspiring you, and some new education that you're going to be taking. Oh yes. And then magic. The nine of water is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. It's where your dreams have come true and you are emotionally fulfilled. It's not the level of 10 where it's that zen level, where it's like one big happy family, but this is literally the wish manifested card. It's a beautiful energy of all your desires being granted, or your manifestations coming true. The High Priestess. Maybe that's what you're becoming. You're starting to become in touch with your gifts, your intuition, your psychic capabilities. You're paying attention to your dreams, and now you're a mentor for other people. Maybe you're meant to show people the way, and that's what this reading is about. You're being activated to step into your higher purpose. Or maybe, although you've done the healing of, you know, like the physical stuff that you've endured within the 3D, you're looking to connect with a high priestess so that she can help you connect to your spiritual gifts, so that she can help you to, you know, work with whatever's being activated within you. That's a possibility with this as well. So, is there anything else for the people that chose the carnelian? The Ace of Water, that's newness in relationships, newfound depth of appreciation and love for self, and the potential for new relationships to be showing up. And again, the Nine of Fire, you're meant to be this transformative person. That's the Nine of Wands. It's about perseverance. And this just tells me that there might be the beginning with the Ace of Fire, but you have everything you need to take it all the way, from one to completion, right? All the way. So that's the reading for those that picked the carnelian. Let me put the cards back and we'll go to the fluorite, which was the third crystal that you could have picked from the ones that I had. So rainbow fluorite. The first reading was the blue howlite. This beautiful little guy. And then the one I just completed was the carnelian. So if either one of those resonated with you, you'll have to go back and listen to it after I post it. I'm just putting all the cards back. This time I did it in a better way. Alrighty. So if you chose the rainbow fluorite, this is your reading. Divine Mother's right out the gate. Lineage of the Rose. Moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call and gather. So this is energy about you are being awakened, like your soul's being called forward. You are being connected to your soul tribe. That's what we call is from the heart. When we are in alignment with our truth and our authenticity, then our heart, and whether we are or aren't, our heart is vibrating that out. Whatever resonance we're in, it's vibrating out there, asking to magnetize those things that are in the same frequency back to us. But this is you leveling up into a space like you came here for this. Like, this is, you know, your purpose. Again, the first deck was about knowing, or the first reading was about knowing your purpose too. So let's see where this one's going, because it's paralleling the blue one. So what is the source, or the light? How are you guys doing? How was your night? How was your weekend? How's your day? Okay, what is the, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Lemurian seed codes again. That was the same one that the first, the Howlite got. And that's why I did it this way, so that I could put all the cards back in. So this is, again, embracing the sensitivity and uniqueness and living with grace. So this is stepping into the space of connecting to your senses and being more aware of what's going on. Living with grace, like when you can be compassionate and understanding and graceful towards yourself, it's such a beautiful space to be in. Accepting yourself and honoring yourself, knowing that this is you and you accept yourself willingly, is such a powerful place to be in. You're shining through. You're literally blooming and shining through, and everyone is able to see that beautiful energy that you have. Remember the energy that is, when we're in the fear-based energy group, when we talk about how there's the two separate groups of energy, so you have your fear or love sector, right, when we're looking at the emotion. So anything that's in the fear base, which could be hate, it could be blame, it could be shame, it could be guilt, it could be all of that, that's a very constrictive, tight energy. So if you're in a very shadow aspect of evolution, where you are still in victim mode and you're holding on to your traumas and you're disconnected from yourself and you're focused on fear and lack, your energy is going to be very condensed and small, right? And it's going to be retracted inward. When you are connected with your truth and you're connected with your divinity and you're in alignment with your authenticity, that being in that love and joy state, it allows you to expand and grow, and your energy then is much larger and expansive as well. It's also very healthy for you when it comes to your DNA, for, you know, replacing cells, or, you know, all of that stuff. It's healthy to have that being done with your with yourself being in a healthy, happy state. As you're refreshing your cells, the more time that you spend in a good space, the more that your energy or your DNA is being is recreating new cells from a healthy state. So, but this shining through, it means that that energy is so much more magnetic. It's so much more vast and expansive. So what do we have coming up from the shaman? Haha. The cosmic web, the divine feminine. Beautiful. Interestingly enough, same thing on here. We've got this card. This reading has a bunch of flowers so far, or, you know, definitely that kind of swirly pattern. So the divine feminine is connecting to the space of being, right? It's connecting to the receiving energy. There are so many of us, and aw, yay! I love that. That's such a beautiful thing all the way around, Byron. Definitely take care of yourself, and 333 right there for you. Which is all about community and expression, and the Trinity. So the cosmic womb of the divine feminine, this can be a time of nurturing and time of grace, but I feel like this is the birthing, and this is really about that 1144. I see that number all the time, Simon. All the time. So the divine feminine is connecting to that nurturing, compassionate, the receiving energy. And you have to be aware that we have been living in a society that's very much toxic masculine energy. It's not healthy masculine energy. So don't think that that energy is the way that the masculine is meant to be, because that's not true either. And everybody, whether they're male or female, have masculine and feminine energy in them. It's what you're doing or not doing that allows you to be operating either in your masculine or your feminine energy. So the feminine is the receptive energy, and many of us, by being disconnected from that, means that we're not open to receive, but we give and give and give and give and give, and then we give some more. The problem with that is that people on the other end are taking, and taking, they don't have limits. They'll just take and take and take and take and take and take and take. So we have to be aware that being in that toxic masculine energy of go go go, do do do, it's about pushing energy outward all the time. Even when you're giving, it's pushing energy out. And you need to sit in a space of where you're just allowing it to come to you and that you just receive. My ear is just like boing. It's telling me to listen, Linda. You need to listen to this too, Mama. All right. See what our wisdom is. What's the wisdom for those that chose the fluorite? What's the wisdom? Huh. Again, the lotus flower. Breathe. Sit and be. Just be. Just be. Just breathe. Connect to your breath. Surrender to the moment. Trust. Trust. Be compassionate. Be kind. Be nurturing. Be still. There's a lot of bees for that one. All right. What are we getting from the wisdom of the... which one is this one? The wisdom of the Avalon. Right? Alrighty, just be. Just be in all the bees that you can be. Be in your breath. Be in your body. Just be here. All right, what is... So there were a couple of cards that fell out. I was just trying to determine if I need to count on any of them, but we're just taking the first one. That's all we did with everybody else. Movement. One of the things that I'll indicate, though, is it's really interesting that they have this on here. It kind of gives a little bit of a feeling of Aquarius energy, right? So even though we are being still, or even though we are taking time to breathe, even though we're allowing ourselves the opportunity to receive, that doesn't mean that we have to abstain from moving at all. You can do walking meditations. You can meditate sitting by the water, fishing. Right? So many things can put you in a meditative space, because the meditative space is really just being present in this moment and not allowing this little thing up here to go chatter, 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 chatter. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that this thing shuts up completely, but it's just that you recognize it for the chatter and realize that you're the observer of the chatter. You are not the chatter. And you can meditate through walking, you can meditate in dance, you can meditate when you're singing, you can meditate when you're doing the dishes. Many people find housework meditative, right? So allow yourself to find that where it is. This is also telling me that there is forward movement that's coming within for these individuals in this reading. It seemed like it was a very much a sit and stasis kind of reading, but I think the reason why the card came out is to let us know that there is forward movement, but sometimes that forward movement comes when we aren't doing anything. We're not like chasing something. We're not going after something. We're just allowing that something to come to us, but that there's still going to be movement. That flipped over and landed in the deck like this. So the altar priestess is coming out from the wisdom of the Avalon. So the wisdom of the hidden realms. I'm like, nope, wait, it's the other one. The wisdom of the hidden realms. This is about preparation. So you're being prepared. So that may be why there's a moment where it feels like it's a pause, but movement's coming, and it's going to be coming in, and there's going to be a lot to do. So take time now to connect with yourself, to connect with your divinity, maybe even to set up what rituals that you want to have throughout your day when stuff starts to come in. So this might be a time for you to say, okay, how do I want my morning to be before all of this stuff starts happening? What is my idea of a great way to wake up in my day? My mom forgot her phone. So we get the phone. We get the phone. So let's see what our tarot cards are saying in regards to this reading to give us a little bit more clarity or some more direction. Where are we headed? Right? We could ask that. Where are these guys headed that chose the fluorite? Right? What is the next step for them? Or what else do they need to know, Spirit? Can I get a good message? Get some good cards to confirm this reading. The Six of Water. So the Six of Water is the card that I like to call nostalgia. This is the card that where we're looking in the past. We have to be careful that we're not looking in the past going, woe is me, or looking in the past going, look at all the bad things that happened, right? We need to be looking at the past in the way of, you know, remembering the beautiful experiences that we've had, and maybe looking at it from how far we've come. But if we start to apply our focus to the past and we start to highlight all of the negative things or the times when we were a victim or the times when things went bad, by focusing on that, that's what we're going to call more of into our life. So I see this as more of a release, right? We are formed out of the muck. And once again, look at lotuses. This reading is the lotus reading. So interesting. So the one reading was the reading of transformation. It had all the butterflies, and this reading's the reading of the lotus flower, and is about that, you know, rising from the muck. Like, then that's how it grows. It grows through all that darkness, all that mud, and then it finds the light, and it turns into this beautiful, beautiful flower. This is transformation. You guys are transforming. Right? You are in your transformational journey and you're transmuting things as well. Like, this card is powerful, what is happening with that transformation. So you're becoming who you're meant to be. You're lighting up. Like, I see your third eye being wide and open and, you know, opening up to the future, seeing you transmuting a lot of that pain and energy through fire, in fact. The High Priestess again for these guys, and the High Priestess could be your need to connect with it. And the Tower card came out. So there may be changes that have happened or are going to happen that are going to feel rather sudden. That doesn't mean that it's bad. Sometimes, you know, we wouldn't move if the earth didn't shake a little bit to get us going. And so there could be that there's a big change. Now that change can be completely positive because what's going to happen at the end, but it's just going to, it might feel sudden, is the thing that I'm getting from my guides. It might feel like it came out of the blue, but it's needed. It's needed so that you can transition. Pay attention to your dreams is coming up very much. Paying attention to your dreams and your intuition. I see you becoming way more in touch with your psychic gifts and abilities. But know that you're going to be okay. Like, that Tower moment, like I said, it's just something that needs to happen. It's going to be very stable. Like, at the after it, like, whatever you go through, it's going to be very stable anyway. Like, even though it's a change. Yes. And look at newness. This is like the when pigs can fly card. And look at again. Why are we always, how? Right? More lotus flowers. So this page, this is the inner child. She's just dancing, right? She is just dancing away. And so you're embracing your inner child and allowing her to come out to play. But the Page of Water, or the Page of Cups, is the card that is affectionately known as When Pigs Fly card, because it's about miracles happening. So even though there's this Tower moment, this new beginning that's coming in is going to feel quite miraculous. It's going to be serendipity and synchronicity colliding together and creating magic. That's what's coming through with this card. So for those of you that picked the beautiful fluorite, that was your reading. Tell me how you feel about claiming that, or if you claimed the carnelian, or did you claim the blue howlite? Let me know. Let me know which one you chose. And on Mondays, this is what we do. On Mondays, we do a pick a gem reading, and you get a choice between 3 gems. Some days I have done a pre-shuffle of certain cards, and then I add the tarot in as confirmation. Today I decided to do it completely on the air. Completely on the air, pulling all of the cards on the air, and that allowed me to put the other cards back in each of the decks. So you had a full deck of cards. That meant you could get the same card in multiple readings. But yeah, you know, tomorrow will be Tarot Tuesday, and tomorrow on Tarot Tuesday is when I will do a collective reading, check in with the energy for the collective, and then I will pull tarot cards. I live stream this to TikTok as well as on here. So if you want to watch that reading, you can watch that on either one. And as for that, right now I am off on my way. I will see you guys in the Mind, Body, Spirit Healthy Collective for those of you that are a part of that group. And for those of you that aren't, why not? You should be. It's a really great group. And I know that the people that are here that are a part of the group would agree. So just sending love your way, and I will see you in the Mind, Body, Spirit Healthy Collective shortly. Okay? I'm going to set up the Zoom meeting, but I won't be there until for a little bit. I'll be there shortly. I love you guys. And for those of you that want to join it, it's through my website, which is one of the comments here, www.mindbodyspiриthealthyself.com. All one word, no periods. And it's under plans and pricing, and it's the Mind, Body, Spirit Healthy Collective. We meet 5 days a week, and it's a beautiful, beautiful supportive environment for your healing and awakening journey. Love you, and I'll see you there.